And we're also staying on top of breaking news out of North Carolina. You can see the devastation as a flight bound for Sarasota crashed just outside of Charlotte. The jet came down just minutes after taking off, killing 7 people.
And that includes former NASCAR driver Greg Biffle and his family. And tonight we're getting insight from first responders and aviation experts, and we're looking into the legacy the Biffle family is leaving behind.
Now, investigators say that the plane crashed around 10:15 this morning. Right now, the Statesville Regional Airport outside of Charlotte is closed as investigators are piecing together what happened in those final moments. 10 Tampa Bay News reporter Kristen Barbarisi is live at Sarasota Bradenton International, where that flight was heading. And Kristen, the Biffle family was on the way here to visit friends.
That's right, and it was actually the friend they were planning to spend the afternoon with who posted the tragic news on social media that they had been killed. Now, we know that shortly after takeoff, something went wrong. The plane tried to go back to the Statesville airport, but as it tried to land, it crashed and burst into flames.
It took off from the airport, and then it was just, you know, the sound that they make when they're dive bombing, zooming. It was really screaming. It came right over the house way too fast to be going anywhere good.
Moments later, the jet went down near the Statesville Regional Airport around 10:15 Thursday morning, erupting into flames on impact.
I saw, regrettably, there were some very, very large flames. Often an aircraft right after takeoff is certainly full of fuel, but they still will be able to recover a great deal of material to be able to determine the cause.
The plane bound for Sarasota Bradenton International Airport was a Cessna Citation 550, a small jet that typically carries up to 8 passengers and 2 crew members. Garrett Mitchell, known online as Cletus McFarland, confirmed on Facebook that retired NASCAR driver Greg Biffle, his wife, and their 2 children were on board traveling to visit him and were killed in the crash. Investigators with the FAA and the National Transportation Safety Board are now working to determine what went wrong.
What you're going to want to know is what caused the aircraft to try to return. The reports I've read and the flight-aware flight data that you can see, it shows that it reached about 2,000 feet AGL, probably where the pilots wanted to keep the airplane for the early return back to the field.
Despite the intense fire, REAP says investigators should be able to piece together what happened.
This is a late model airplane. It's a very, very nice airplane. It'll have a lot of information that can be recovered, and these devices are put into airplanes so that we can prevent future accidents.
In addition to the Biffle family, 3 others on board were killed. Experts say figuring out why that plane needed to turn around in the first place will be central to figuring out everything that happened, but that could take some time. A preliminary report will likely come out in the next day or so, but the full NTSB investigation could take months. Live in Sarasota, Kristen Barbarisi, 10 Tampa Bay News.
It is such an awful scene, and reactions pouring in tonight as friends and family are mourning.
And of course, a huge loss for the NASCAR community, for fans as well. Greg Biffle was named one of NASCAR's 75 greatest drivers in recognition of his impact on the sport. He married his wife, Christina, in 2022. Families say that their lives centered around their young son, Ryder, and Biffle's 14-year-old daughter, Emma, from a previous marriage.
Biffle was stepped up in a big way after Hurricane Helene devastated parts of North Carolina. He spent months coordinating relief efforts and just recently shared a video on his YouTube page detailing that work.
I was blessed with the opportunity to have the resources, have the time, and have the money to go help another family that was stranded in the mountains in North Carolina.
Again, the Statesville Airport right now, which is just north of Charlotte there, about 40 minutes north, is closed as investigators look into what caused this fiery crash.
And as we get more information, we'll, of course, bring that to you live right here on 10 Tampa Bay News. Coming up at 6:30, our 10 Tampa Bay News aviation expert will speak about what it takes to investigate plane crashes and what we could expect in the days to come. You can watch that exclusively on our streaming app.